December 13th, student interview, peer counselor. What do you know about the resources available through the health, wellness, and counseling centers?
I mean, as a peer counselor, I go to the wellness center a lot. I lead a third form group this year for wellness, and last year I did a second form group. So I think I'm pretty familiar with both of those programs. Um, and I know that there are three counselors, Dr. Fritzellis, Ms. Cheeks, and Ms. France, in the counseling office downstairs, and I know that you can schedule meetings to talk to them. I think you can also show up and talk to them at any point. Um, and you also asked about peer counselors, right? Or did you just ask about the wellness center and
just everything that's available to students with mental health.
Okay.
So
So peer counselors are available in the dorms, and we can talk to students if ever they need help, or just to talk. We also have the wellness programs for lower schoolers. We used to have choices for fourth formers, and now they're getting rid of that and they're doing wellness for fourth formers too. Um, Another resource that's available is again the counseling center, wellness center, and yeah.
Okay. Would you feel comfortable using all of them?
I definitely feel comfortable talking to peer counselors, but I can't speak for my dorm because I'm one of the two peer counselors. But in past years when I haven't been a peer counselor, I've felt comfortable talking to the peer counselors. Um, I would feel comfortable talking to the counselors as well. But I don't think about all of my issues. I think I'd rather talk to a student about some of my problems. And I think that's it.
Yeah. Do you think the school handles mental health issues on campus effectively?
You mean with Medley?
Yeah, and in general. So.
In general.
Did I scare you? It's an interview.
I think the school. I don't know how much the school has been the key player in a lot of situations. Because I know the outcome of some situations, but I don't know if that was because of decisions the school made or because of decisions the students' families made. So I know, for example, that a girl in my grade in third form took med leave and then came back and then took med leave again and then left because she had eating disorders. But I don't know if her leaving was something that the school suggested or if it was something that the family suggested. So I don't think I have enough information to say whether the school handles them well in general. But from some situations that I do know of, um, I think the school tries to offer as many resources, but I do think that the culture of the competitive academics of the school, aren't always very healthy for students, for their mental health.
Where does the school succeed in how it handles mental health?
Um, I think the programs with peer counselors are well thought out because teaching children, or not teaching children, like talking about those things with students um, through other students instead of just an adult. I think that's pretty effective because they listen to older students more than maybe if they're just being lectured by an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a good idea. And I don't know, wait, what was the question again?
Where does the school succeed with
Oh yeah, so I think that's definitely a place where the school succeeds. Another instance where the school may succeed um, is with having added more counselors. I think that was a good idea. Um, and I think the idea of a space where you can go and talk to a peer counselor, like the wellness center itself, is another success.
Okay. And where does the school fall short with how it handles mental health?
Um, I don't know if this is the responsibility of the institution, but I do think that the culture at school is not healthy. Yeah.
Okay. How is the student body affected by the long-term absence of a student? And in the case of med leave specifically.
Yeah, so that's another, I think now that you mentioned it, that's a place where there's a shortcoming. I think there's a lack of communication between the administration and the students. So when students do leave for a med leave, a lot of the time people have no idea. And so I've had people in my classes leave, and not only do the teachers like have no information, so they're pretty oblivious as to what happened, but then the students are also oblivious, and so then the rumor mill starts, and then that's never a good idea. So I think the school could work more on like communicating things, obviously with discretion regarding the family's concerns. But I think there needs to be more communication, more transparency with those things.
Okay. And do you have any additional questions or comments you'd like to have? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.